And this one's kind of wild.
Yeah.
So the rumor here is that Universal Orlando and Elon Musk's Boring Company are developing a tunnel transit system that
Underground.
would run between the main campus and Epic Universe.
Yeah.
Now, now it's not just a random rumor. Orlando Business Journal is the one that kind of broke this.
Okay.
They talked about how local business leaders have heard that the Boring Company and Universal are working together on this. And if you don't know who the Boring Company, they have the tunnel they have out the loop in Vegas.
I've never seen that. But.
So it's an underground tunnel system. It only works with Teslas though. And it's supposed to cut through the traffic of Las Vegas to get you from.
So is this only going to work with Teslas too, or electric cars?
Don't know.
Oh,
my assumption.
Too early.
I would. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
So that's what the Boring Company is. They do some other things as well. One of the sources here is the president and CEO of the International Drive Resort Area Chamber of Commerce, which is Maria Triscari. I think is how you say her name. She said it's definitely been in the talks because we want to be a cut above the rest, and that's the type of thing that needs to happen, and that's the type of people we have on the iDrive corridor. She says the visionaries, they are just so forward thinking. And then there's also like some local business owners that have said they also heard the rumors and they support the project. They even said that the Boring Company has been looking at real estate in the area to do this. Those are the sources of this. So they reached out to Universal Orlando and the Boring Company. They basically said no comment, which is to be expected. That's the thing. My understanding is I don't know how you would do tunnels in Florida given the water table.
That's a great question.
There's a lot of questions about it. It'd have to be a pretty shallow tunnel if you're going to do that. And then the question would be also, like, is this going to be mass transit or is it just going to be Teslas? Like, I would assume if you're going to do this, this would be something that, like, your resort guests could use or people going back and forth. But if they're able to do something like this, I think, that would help with part of this, they said, is wanting to relieve traffic off of iDrive and I-4. Which would be great because if you've ever been driven on I-4, which Universal's right smack dab in the middle, one of the busiest parts of it, anything to help with that, I think would be good for guests.
Yeah,
and now that you've got Epic away from the main campus, I think Universal's wanting some sort of monorail type, transportation system that is unique to them. And obviously, outside of doing a monorail, which I suppose you could, be a lot of money. And
so expensive, dude.
You'd have to have agreements with so many different people that own different parcels of land to do it.
So Universal's like, we got tunnels.
Right. So at least it does show Universal is looking outside the box on these things and looking at ways in which they might be able to do this. So I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know how they would pull it off, but that is the rumor out there.
Yeah. We'll see what happens because if it does happen, it's a long ways away.
Well, how long would it take to do it? Yeah. I mean, and I will say, like, the road improvements they made around Epic, they've got the dedicated bus lanes. Like, the drive isn't bad. If you look at, say, Animal Kingdom to, say, Magic Kingdom at Disney World, that's a pretty long drive.
Yeah,
20, 25 minutes, depending on... The drive between the main campus and Epic Universe is roughly, 15 minutes? Might be a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on traffic.
I think when we did the bus from Stella Nova? I think it was Stella Nova to Citywalk. I think it was 14.
Yeah. And so obviously that could be, you're dealing with traffic in there that obviously Universal can't control.
Yeah.
But it is better. The roadways have improved. When you're taking the buses, they have those dedicated bus lanes and make it more efficient. It's now, I suppose on some level as well, the tunnels could be strictly for Universal buses even.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a way to do it. But I think anything that could make that seem connected more would be it would help, because obviously they're not going to be able to get the land that Disney has. Nobody is ever going to be able to do that again. That was literally a once in a lifetime thing that Walt Disney himself was able to pull off. Universal feasibly can't do that. So then you're working with an imperfect solution. It seems they are definitely looking outside the box on this, but anything they could do to make those feel closer together as one resort, I think is probably the thinking behind it.
Yeah.
It kind of shows you, to me, it's like the spirit of Imagineering was in the 90s of like, back in the day, it was like things that people would say that's impossible to do. They would just think outside the box and do those types of things. I feel like Universal is kind of in that space right now where they're just sort of trying different things and being very aggressive, obviously. And if they did something like this, like it may or may not work, but I love the idea that they're thinking about different ways they could do this.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what comes of it, but that is the rumor as of right now. So
okay.